Counter-Strike Global Offensive is full of cheeky spots and places that you can get to as a player. Some spots are pretty obvious and some are really not obvious at all. Some of them are very easy to get to and some jumps are insanely difficult. Certain spots even require you to pull off a well-coordinated strafe jump, which is a jumping technique that allows the player to jump further by strafing left and right in the air. We have jumps like the Inferno well jump and the Nuke crate jump, which only a handful of people has ever completed, and they did so by using the strafe technique. But today I will be sharing with you 10 places in CSGO that you can get to without strafing and in regular matchmaking. And I will be ranking their level of difficulty from 1 to 5 stars. Some of these spots are broadly known by the community, but I did try to find a few more rare spots and on like some of the newer maps, and I mixed them in as well. I don't even know if people know about some of these spots. I literally just found them through trial and error myself, but I have no idea. Enough explaining though, let's get into it. So starting off on Anubis, which is actually in the current competitive map pool at the moment, which is nice and why I included it. But this spot is located on A site and it's the jump from big box. No, it's the jump to big box from middle of site. This one is actually pretty difficult and I've never seen anyone jump this before. I say that, but I've actually only played this map like twice, so that might just be why. But anyway, it took me a few tries, but it is actually possible. A well-timed crouch jump should do the trick here. I'd say there's like a 1 in 10 chance that you'll hit this jump if you go for it. So I'm gonna give this like a 3-star difficulty rating out of 5. Usefulness though is literally like a 1, since I can't come up with a single situation where using this jump would actually be profitable, since you can just go around the back and hop on it from there if you so wish. The next spot is on Office. It's in CT spawn and it has to do with these containers and this SWAT truck. So it's not so much one spot, it's more like these 3 places in general that you can get up on. The jump difficulty here is a 1 out of 5, since it's pretty much just a normal crouch jump for both containers and a normal jump to get on the truck. This is on the list because personally I never knew that you could even be up there, and I've never seen anyone be up there in game, and I play a lot of Office. Once you're up there though, you can't really move around all you want. You're held back by the metal bars in the roof, which is a bit of a shame. And you can only stay crouched except for this small spot on the truck where you can actually stand upright. I could see these spots being at least maybe a little useful if you want to hide or get a cheeky line of sight or something. But at the end of the day, you're most likely CT, so there's really no reason for you to be hiding in the first place. But anyway, I think it's at least slightly more useful than Anubis box jump, which is nice. Moving on to spot number 3, which is the Inferno balcony jump. This is a really difficult jump, but it provides a lot of in-game advantage if you can pull it off. Basically, you run and crouch jump from big balcony railing and try to get onto the corner of the small balcony on the wall. This took me about like 10 minutes to do, but once I actually did it, it was easier the second time and the third time. So there's definitely a degree of mechanical skill involved. This jump is a solid 5 out of 5 stars just because of that. When you eventually end up on the balcony, you can actually continue and jump onto this corner roof where you could potentially get some cheeky picks from, since pretty much no one is going to expect that you'll be up there. So this is definitely one of the more useful spots. Alright, next up is the Rialto lamp jump. It involves the player crouch jumping from the roof over to the lamp situated on the wall of the building. This jump isn't that difficult, but you can certainly fail if you're not careful. So this is a 2 out of 5 in difficulty. I think this one could be pretty useful if you're playing wingman and you rush there quickly and catch the thieves off guard, or maybe if the bomb is planted and you want to have like a good spot for a lookout. Movement however is very limited. If you move even a little bit, you are likely to fall off, but if you just chill there, it's nice. The next jump is on Lake, and it's the jump from the roof of garage over to the tree and then over to big roof. This one took me a long time to do, but I think I may have just been aiming for like the wrong branch or something, because once I finally did it, I knew exactly how to do it every time. I'd say there is mechanical skill involved for sure, but when you learn it, you will know how to do it, so I'm gonna give this one a 4 out of 5 in difficulty. This one is actually really useful as well, because you can gain significant height advantage as a CT really fast, which is kinda OP, so this one is definitely worth practicing. Next jump is on Mirage, and it's the bench to window to hole jump. It involves the player going onto bench and then jumping to window, and then eventually from the window ledge jumping onto the stack of bricks and then up to the hole. I'd say bench to window is generally pretty easy. It's your standard crouch jump pretty much, but then you're gonna want to be really careful not to hit your head on the roof when you jump onto bricks, and still make sure you have enough speed, so this jump is actually pretty tricky. It's once again a perfectly timed crouch jump that does the trick here. And then once you're up, you can easily make your way into hole and further into hooker house or ladder room. I'm rating this 5 out of 5 because of all of the different stages of this jump that are all like reliant on each other, and the sheer difficulty of the jump from window to bricks. I think maybe Frankie would be pretty good at this one. This jump is also really useful if you want to catch the guy on short hella lacking. Now moving on to jump number 7, which is also on Mirage. It's the Mirage mid jump, I like to call it. It's where you jump from the boxes at top middle over to the well thing that's like sticking out the wall. I think it's a well, at least. I don't know, something just sticking out. For this one, it's another crouch jump, but you need a lot of speed. Difficulty is a 3 because it's not that hard. Like if you run really fast and you time it well, you'll most likely hit it. Usefulness is a bit of yikes, to be honest. You're very exposed to the guys at middle and short, so that's not very nice. But maybe you can get a few picks if you're lucky, or if you're Scream. Next one is on Nuke, and it's the red box jump near CT spawn. This involves the player running and crouch jumping off this railing to the side and onto the box. This isn't very hard to do at all. You can see I actually first tried it here in the footage, and I'm gonna give it a 2 out of 5. It's not quite like brain dead type easiness like on Office. You'll still need a little bit of skill, but it's pretty easy for like the average player, I'd say. And the usefulness is a strong 0 because this spot is literally just so stupid. You can't do anything on the box and it grants no advantage at all. Maybe it even grants disadvantage, I don't know. Now real quick onto spot number 9, which is cache A-site lamp jumps. This is one of them jumps that has a lot of different sections to it, but a lot of them are like optional. So what I'm showing here is the full run from electrical box onto heaven, onto red container, and then onto quad, and then onto lamps. But if you want to do it the short way, you can start out from container. You can just jump on the container if you want to. I'm gonna rate this a 3 out of 5 because of the different steps and the fact that jumping from lamp to lamp and from quad to lamp is actually pretty hard since the lamps are so small. This is pretty useful though if you want to have good movement on A site, so I like this one. Also pretty well known by players. But this last one though is a little less known probably. It's the cache middle ledges, I like to call it, where you jump from just outside of vent to this ledge over here on the wall. And then you make your way between the two ledges, I guess. You jump between them. Difficulty here is about a 3 as well, since the first jump is pretty long and you gotta be careful not to hit your head when you jump onto second ledge. Usefulness is also pretty high here, since if you get up there early you can catch the T's off guard when they run out middle. Nice. And that's it. That's the 10 spots I had for you today. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and this has been your boy Snalle. Until next time, goodbye.